Alright guys, I'm back at it today. It's about 10:30 in the morning. I slept in a little bit this morning. I took care of some things around the house because it was raining pretty hard all morning. So I figured I'd wait till this rain started to let up. It's just starting to let up now. It's supposed to stop completely here within an hour. So my plan for today is to do some still hunting / scouting. Just going to have fun with it and enjoy my time outside. Really focus on looking for some good hot sign that I can hunt in these next coming days. We got a big cold front that's going to be moving in on Friday. Tomorrow's supposed to rain all day real hard, so I probably won't get out at all. So I figured I'd use today to my advantage. The ground is wet. Everything should be pretty quiet for walking. Just going to kind of sneak around. So that's my plan. I've been out in this area quite a bit last year and hunted it. Saw a lot of decent buck, had a couple real good close encounters. I just could never connect. So I'm just starting to pick it apart a little bit more, especially from some of the postseason scouting that I did. So there's a couple areas that I want to check, a couple particular scrapes I want to check out and see if they're active right now. So I hope you guys enjoy. Stick around and we'll see what unfolds. So this area here feels just really good to me. I have not walked ever right through this little thing, but basically there's a bunch of these like little small rocky runs, and they all run down to an area that I would call a thermal hub, and that's down towards that big community scrape, which is what I want to go and check out. But I have not walked through this one yet. It's real rocky in here, but it's thick. There's a big draw up over this way. Big draw over here, so they're going to filter through these areas. But if you look all in this area here, between this draw and the one back over here, there's a set of spruce trees that run through here. And I thought, well, I'll peek into these spruce trees because I had this feeling that I would find a shed in here, and I swear to gosh, I see tines sticking up over here. I can't believe I saw that from back there. It's not real big. Check it out. I can't believe that I peered in here thinking there's got to be a shed in there. That would be a good place to look for sheds. And here we go. Not real big, but not bad. I was just thinking too, if I just find the other side, I'll have a pair of rattling antlers right now. Since I didn't bring any with me today. Pretty cool. Alright, time to carry on. That's a good rub right there. I'm just poking around in these spruce trees since I'm here. See if I can find that other side or another shed, but so far nothing. It's not a big patch of spruce trees, so but I figured why not while I'm here. Man, this is a really nice spot in here. Loving the look of this. Let's see, now I'm on the other side and this hill goes up. And then you got this little bit of a knob and then another draw over there. And they all kind of filter down towards that big community scrape, which I'm going to make my way down there today just to see if it's active, because I think that could be a good place to sit. This looks like an old trail that's got a pretty solid deer trail on it. It follows this little run all the way down. That's a pretty serious trail right there. And it's between this set of spruce trees. Right up there is where I found that shed, and those spruce. And there's this other set of spruce trees. And they're just, goes up that way, and they're just breaking up these draws that, these little runs rather, that run down here. Wow, this is an awesome area. So here's the scrape that I was looking for. Got fresh branch, licking branch from this year. Got some older ones. It was bigger of an open area last year, and maybe they'll open up more as the season goes on. I mean, it's October 28th now, but there's another little bit right there too. That's scraped up right there. And then I just walked down this trail about 75 yards, 50 yards, and there's a couple other scrapes right along this trail. So it's 3 o'clock right now, and sunset is 6:15, so you can legal shooting light till about 6:45, but I got a heck of a walk out of here. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do, but well, I kind of know what I'm going to do. I'm going to get up here where it's real thick in here, just on the back side of this little beaver pond. It's just a small beaver pond. I'm going to check that out, see if I can find a solid area where they're crossing. And then I want to go check out that other hillside quietly. And then I'll either come right back the same way, or I'll just do like a little loop and head back to the truck that way. So that's the plan. There's some pretty good sized droppings coming from a pretty good sized deer. There's another scrape. I am now on that beaver pond's down here. I'm now on the other side of it. And this gets hit every year. There was a couple along this old skidder trail like I was talking about. And this goes up and wraps right around up to the top of the point. But I don't think I want to go up there right now, because I think they bed up off the edge of that point. But I just wanted to confirm that this was being used. And it is a tree that might be worth sitting in. Could be that double trunk maple right there. You shoot right to this scrape. And you can see down here. just had a really nice buck come to about 75 yards. It was pretty crazy. About 15 minutes before that, maybe 20 minutes, I was walking real slow, and up on the ridge here, had a couple doe bust me. They took off. They blew a little bit, but not much. I just kept making my way really, really slowly. And as I got to this area, I wanted to get down off that skitter trail and start to head towards this little creek bottom here. And no sooner than I stepped off of the skitter trail, started making my way down, I noticed right up in the area, the exact area that I had, I don't know, maybe three or four encounters last year with some nice buck. I look up there and happen to see a deer. And I look a little closer and I see some antlers. And he was acting like he was gonna go basically away from me and up maybe towards that saddle up here a little ways. And so he started walking away. I could barely see him, but I could tell he was a big buck. And then I snuck down in here and got up next to this rock. And I gave just a really, really light grunt call. Knocked an arrow. And just stuck down here and just kept looking and looking. And maybe like 3 or 4 minutes later, I see him again, walking back almost the way he came from. And then he stopped, and then he turned, and he started walking right towards me. And then he stopped, and I could see him kind of looking, and my outline was probably sticking out a little bit. But he didn't take off or anything. He just stood there for a little bit, looked a little bit, and then he started walking back right from where he came from the first time I saw him. There's this little opening up here. And he walked through that. I was trying to fiddle around with the camera too, see if I could get him on there, but I couldn't do it. It was too close and too risky. And then he walked back through that clearing, and then back into the thick stuff down towards that creek bottom. So I tucked in here and I gave another, just one soft grunt again, loud enough that he could hear it. And I haven't seen him since. Now I'm like, wondering how the heck I'm going to get out of here. I don't want to booger it up. I don't even want to walk through. I know what that looks like up there. I've had a lot of close encounters. I might just go back around this rock, down this trail a little, and then cut down to the creek and cross there. But I'm going to have to do it pretty soon because it's going to be real dark, and I think that's pretty rough ground over there. Man, I gotta get back in this spot with a stand or my saddle. Like every time I'm in this spot, almost every time I see deer, and let alone deer, I see buck, and I see good buck. But almost every time I'm on the ground, I don't know what it is, man. If I get stand up in here, or that saddle, I'm gonna be doing pretty well, I think. Man, that was crazy. So I just want to show you real quick before I leave. Right up there is that little bit of that opening. It's surrounded by a bunch of blowdowns. And he walked right through that opening. First, when I saw him, he came from there, went up that way. Then I got that grunt. When he started coming at me, he was back there. And then he walked right back through that opening, right into that beach brush.